Welcome, listeners, to episode 154 of the What's Up Casselberry podcast. We have really exciting guests planned for you today. But before we get into our guests, check in, make sure how everyone's doing. Andy, how you doing?
If I was doing any better, I think I would be you, because you are here today with a big smile on your face.
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean it.
Wow.
But I'm doing well.
Awesome.
Enjoying the summer. It's June weather.
Yes, June.
Talking of June, did you know Carlos's wife is called June?
I did.
Yes.
Carlos, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. If I was doing any better, I'd be doing as well as Andy. So
basically you're saying you'd be doing as well as Aliyah.
Yeah, I think I'm at the top of the pyramid, and then everyone else is just...
You are at the top of our pyramid.
no one's doing as well as Robin.
No.
This is correct.
Yeah, that's true.
She's at the top.
I am the little sparkle that comes from the top.
Yeah, or the mafia boss.
Yeah.
One of them.
We're in the police station.
We're in a police station. Yes, we are recording live. I guess
We are live on location.
we are live on location at the Casselberry Police Department.
And can I just say that this and the previous episodes are the most unhinged episodes I have ever been a part of, and I am here for it. But how are you really doing, Aliyah?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited for our guests. It's been a great day.
Why did Robin ask that question like she was your therapist?
I need a therapist, so thank you.
It's like Delilah
I got
over
you,
there.
girl.
Dr. Ruth or something.
And she's still on air. Did you know that? Delilah?
Delilah.
Which one? The Hey There Delilah one, or?
No, like, you know the one.
Delilah. She's the soft rock station.
She's syndicated, but you can catch her on Magic 107.7 right now.
Oh my goodness.
Not sponsored.
Oh my goodness, Robin, you have taken us deeply into your
All right.
soul. Sorry. Yes.
No, it's okay. So back to the jokes, Carlos.
Yes, the dad jokes of the week. So unfortunately I spent my entire life saving on dogs this time. Not pasta anymore. I had spent my entire life saving on dogs.
Okay.
Got some golden retrievers because I thought they retrieved gold.
Hey!
I just want everyone to know that Carlos, it's not like he Googled these. He has like photo meme images on his phone.
I
Wow.
have them saved.
That's
Yes.
next level.
As I run across them throughout the week, I just save them.
Wow, you got a dad joke file on your phone? Whew. Eat that and weep, Drew.
Hey, leave him out of this.
Okay, well, I've got, talking about animals and pets, what do you call a lazy kangaroo?
What?
A pouch potato.
Andy, we forgot to check in on somebody. How is Doug, the guy who's been feeding you jokes?
Doug, yeah, maybe I have to confess to you guys that I did have a source for my jokes. I kind of like a dad joke pimp who would supply me with dad jokes every week, and it's all been quiet. So, Doug, step up your game, because I'm going to need them coming. We got to get back in that habit.
Yeah. I've listened to the What's Up Casselberry podcast for a while, but I didn't hear the origin of that ever mentioned. So I appreciate that you've mentioned it now.
Yeah, Doug is a good friend.
Now I know why they're called Doug jokes.
Who appreciates jokes, and he would send them to me like sometimes several times a day. It was impossible to get any work done because I was just rolling around the floor laughing like you are now at that one I just told.
So I'm hearing that you also have a dad joke filing system over here.
Yeah, it's called
giving me a hard time about it.
Carlos, you're on the inside now. You get all the tea.
Do you want another pet joke?
Sure.
Okay. What do you call a fish with no eye?
I didn't even know this.
Okay, Aliyah, do you have
yeah.
one?
I have one. A cheese factory exploded in France. Debris was everywhere.
Hey! Debris was everywhere.
All right, I got one more, a bonus dad joke. Of the week,
Okay,
if that's
bonus.
Okay, I can share it.
From your file?
Yeah, from my file.
The Carlos files. It sounds like a TV show.
Yeah. Actually, I'll skip this one. I'll do one from Gemma. I was surprised Gemma didn't do her joke that she made up. But
When she was here 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but I'll do it now. Yeah, I'll do it now. What do you call the sheep's Wizard of Oz?
What do you call a sheep's Wizard of Oz?
What?
The Wizard of Boz.
Oh, the Wizard
was
of
made up by
Oz. Well, that was good. Credit to Gemma. Gemma, you rock. You got better dad jokes than your dad, Gemma. How about that? All right. Is it time for our next segment?
Yes, moving on along. Casselberry in the news. Andy.
Well, I'm going to throw it to our reporter in the field.
Oh, okay.
It's really windy out here, and lots of hurricane weather going on in this June, a little bit early in the year. Casselberry in the news. Casselberry is launching a conservation program around native plants. It's launching its first conservation program ever, giving away native plants. Homeowners living on 24 different bodies of water managed by the city are eligible. Teams from the city will install the plants in early May, so that already happened. We're still reporting on it. The native plants will help to clean the water, they'll help with erosion control, and they'll serve as wildlife habitat. And one of the cool things that I've seen Casselberry doing with their Lakes District is going over towards one of the triplet lakes. I think it's Middle Triplet Lake or whatever it is called. They have that dock area where they have all those native plantings and these erosion control blocks. If you go to Lake Concord Park, you see a lot of the native plantings and the low intensity development LIDs that they call them, with all those native plantings, and they help to remove all the dangerous pollution, chemicals, nitrogen, phosphorus from fertilizers before they get to our stormwater system, before they get into our ponds and start impacting wildlife. So
Not only are you a roving reporter, you are an expert analysis guy.
I do this for a living. I do stormwater pollution, stormwater management. So I love this kind of stuff. I love that the city of Casselberry has a heart for it and is taking the time to really step up that initiative and make sure that our waters are clean and they're here for our future generations. For my children and my grandchildren to see and to be able to fish from those docks and everything, just because we're taking care of the environment.
I love it. That's great. But how about that for some late, as in 4 weeks late, breaking news about Casselberry? Thank you, field reporter Carlos, and our expert analysis from Carlos too.
Can I go back in now?
All right, moving on to our big interview with Zane and Ashley. But before we get into that, a word from our sponsor.
Willow Creek Church is a proud podcast partner of the What's Up Casselberry podcast. Willow Creek has been glorifying God by serving the communities of Casselberry and Winter Springs for over 35 years. Located at 4725 East Lake Drive, Willow Creek is a warm, reformed church that seeks to see people discover and deepen their relationship with Jesus. They have ministries for all ages and are committed to demonstrating Christ's love for Casselberry in what they say and do. For more, check out willowcreekchurch.org or find us on Facebook and YouTube by searching Willow Creek Church PCA. That's Willow Creek Church PCA.
All right, listeners, welcome back. And we are now at our favorite part of the podcast, the big interview. Our guests today, exactly. Our interviewees today are Zane and Ashley from the Corner Gallery Improv Troupe here in Casselberry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We're honored to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedules and coming over here and sharing with us, a little bit of an insight on what y'all do and, how you're contributing to our city. We love that you're here. We'll go ahead and get started with the questions. We'll do it one by one. Each one can answer. Just to get to know you a little bit and, for our listeners to know you. If your life were a movie, what movie would it be and who would play you? Yeah, we're going with the softballs, so, yeah.
Forrest Gump, James Marsden.
Okay.
Do I need to expand on that at all?
Yeah, which character in Forrest Gump are you?
That's tough. Just felt like, Forrest Gump, really, I wasn't going for the actor in Forrest Gump. I'm more so going for the overall theme of overcoming obstacles.
The eclectic story that you would write. I love that. I can see that in you.
Thank you. And James Marsden, because we clearly look exactly alike, and it is my wife's celebrity crush.
Yeah,
So,
That's convenient for her.
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit awkward for you, maybe.
A smidge, yeah.
No, it's convenient for him too. All right, Ash, how about you?
That's really hard. If my life were a movie, can I pick a TV show instead?
Sure, pick a TV
Well,
show.
we'll have to check with the rules.
Yeah, let me
book.
see the.
I checked the bylaws. You're
The
good.
bylaws
Good.
again.
I
Okay,
mean, we
yes.
all love bylaws. So I think that my TV show that would probably describe my life would probably be The Office. Just because it is my favorite show of all time. I have seen every episode, and this is not a lie, more than 100 times.
No way.
Give me a quiz, ask me anything, I probably know the answer.
Season 4, Episode 7, title.
Survivor
number.
Man.
Oh my, did you make that up?
No.
There's no way.
Oh my gosh.
And then after that,
Of course,
is
none of
The
us are gonna check
Deposition.
that.
Season 4, Episode 8, The Deposition. Episode 9 is Dinner Party, which is one of the most popular episodes.
It's a
Because
great
it's so
app.
the entire
awkward.
series.
So
Yeah.
awkward.
So have I proved
Snip, snap, snip,
myself.
snap, snip, snap. Yes, you have. And we are all in awe.
That's what I mean. It's not an exaggeration. How when it used to be on Netflix, it would just be on autoplay like all day. I don't know. When I get anxious, I find it calming. When I get sad, I find it uplifting. When I get bored, I find it entertaining. It just fits every mood that I'm in. So it is my favorite show. And
That sounded like a poem,
Thank you.
right? Like maybe Shakespearean. When I am down, it lifts me up.
Yes.
When I am lonely, it fills my soul. I love how
It
you're
really
going now.
does.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the questions.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and well, we happen to know that both Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey are, religious listeners of this What's Up Casselberry podcast.
Yes.
So I'm sure they'll offer you a spot on the Office Ladies podcast after
Oh
this.
man, that would be a dream come
Yeah.
true. I do listen to the Office Ladies podcast. I've learned a lot of really cool stuff from behind the scenes from that.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the British Office or the American Office?
Well, I do prefer the American Office because they took more time to develop the characters.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But the British Office was really ahead of its time. And here's a little tidbit from me. The English Office was very much British humor, right? Dry, sarcastic. And I think that The Office in the US actually brought some of that dry, sarcastic humor to US comedy, which was a big win for me as a Brit.
Nice.
And you look now how many other comedy shows have done that kind of slapstick, awkward stuff. And it's good.
You leave space to let things build tension. And that
Yeah.
wasn't really around before that.
Yeah. It was all very kind of canned and but this is awkward, and awkward is good because it creates. Anyway, who would play you? Who would you be?
Who would I be on that show? I think I would probably be a Daryl. I think I
Daryl.
would be
Nice.
Daryl. He was kind of overlooked in the beginning, and then he definitely rose as the show went on.
He did.
And became like more part of the group. He got promoted and was part of the upstairs crew. And Daryl's a musician. I'm a musician. He plays the keyboard. I play the keyboard. Yeah, I think I might be a good Daryl. A good like Jim's kind of right hand man. I think that would kind of be where I would be.
I am thrilled that you both are here. I found out about your improv when I got an email from the city of Casselberry announcing that you were here, and it just brings so much to our shared life together. So much so that I think you are probably deserving of an award. So here's my question. If you were to be introduced at said awards show, what would the first 2 sentences of your introduction sound like? There's a lot there, isn't there, Zane? I see your stunned face.
I don't deserve this. This is, why am I receiving an award?
Well, it's not real, so. Let's
Hypothetical award. Okay.
Hypothetical
Why am I
award, yeah.
receiving a hypothetical award?
Yeah.
Those are my 2 sentences. I don't deserve this.
And why am I receiving a hypothetical award? That is a profound question.
It really is.
That's good.
Let's see. The introduction to my award would be it wouldn't be 2 sentences because there's too much to say about
Obviously.
everything
Obviously.
that I've accomplished, and I actually have a long list of experiences that would qualify me for an award. So
Wow.
That scroll
Humility? Was that one of them?
Yeah, that scroll that you're unrolling on the table, I don't think it's going to fit on this table.
I mean, it grows every day, and every day there's just something new that I add to the list. So yes.
I approve of her confidence.
Well, you can add that to your list that Robin approves of
That's
you too.
another
That's a
thing,
big
yes,
seller.
yes.
Maybe that's the award you win. Robin's Confidence
Award.
Approval Award.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's a small circle of people who've won that one.
I'll take it, and thank you.
Yeah, I think you're the first at this table to receive that award. So
And I will be
bravo.
the last.
So Zane, this is a question for you.
Oh, no.
Nothing too serious. So you have some Casselberry connections from your youth. Tell us your favorite thing about Casselberry.
So, Palma Maria. I don't think it's open anymore, but it was open about 5 years ago. And that's where I proposed to my wife.
Oh.
So, I was living in Casselberry, and I got the ring, and I was going to propose in Colorado, but I couldn't wait. I was so excited that I'm like, Mallory, let's go next door to dinner. So it was an empty restaurant, and I went about 2 hours before to tell the waitress, hey, could you like take a photo and like pre-can this? So we go to Palma Maria, and I
Love
propose,
Aw.
and
Love
great news, she says yes.
that.
So, spoiler alert. Yep.
If you can edit it out of the podcast, Robin, but I'm going to be crying.
Yeah, that's right. That is
They
beautiful.
can't see your tears.
That is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Paris, Rome, Casselberry, all the romantic cities in the world.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
That's what they say.
We need to find a chain link fence to start putting locks on.
That's right. Well, we are at the police station, so I'm sure there's both locks and chain link fences here as well. That's great. What, do you have any connection to Casselberry?
I have zero connection to Castle.
Well, we are
but
making
I
one
feel
right now.
Very connected in this room right now.
Aw.
Yes, this is very cool.
Can you feel God in this Chili's tonight?
I feel God in this police station in Casselberry tonight. Yeah, I'm originally from Michigan, so I've lived in East Orlando for the past 15 years, but Casselberry is actually somewhere I've never set foot in until the
What?
gallery made its debut here. So
What?
it's cool that improv brought me to Casselberry.
Well, I love that because that's exactly why the city allows us to do fun things like the improv classes, right? Because
Yeah.
it introduces people to our city and the great things we've got going on here. If you need to find a realtor who can help you find a place, we know people who can hook you up in the city.
Oh, okay, all right. Interest rate?
Very
Give
high.
discount?
There's a lot of interest in the
You
city.
can buy down your rate.
There's a lot of interest in the city. Did you get it?
I did.
Because that was actually really funny, but no one laughed.
Oh,
Interest. Like, there's a lot of interest in the city. Like,
that's so interesting.
boom! There we go.
It was that dry humor.
Yes.
It's a
that
callback
British
for about
sarcasm?
3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Got it.
If you've got to explain yourself, it's really wasted, though, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next question here. We know that you have both been recently connected with Casselberry in the improv space. You've brought these improv workshops and shows to our city and jams to our city. Many of our listeners may not be familiar with what improv is. So how would you define improv?
Just before you go there, can we just clarify for our listeners and Robin that when you say bringing jams to the city, that's got nothing to do with preserves that you put on your toast?
Correct, yes. And I learned recently that I guess jams are specifically more of a long form thing. I always just called jams anything that you just practice improv, but
Well, you can do short form jams.
You can do short form
You can
jams?
do short form
Okay.
jams. We've been doing long form jams because there's not really.
Another question. If the jams are bad, do you have to pump up the jams?
That's an Ashley answer.
Yes.
up the jam.
You have to pump up the jams at least once an hour.
Otherwise, they do.
Once an hour?
Yes. And you also need to get a Q-tip and go in between your toes and get all of that jam out.
Oh my goodness.
Because that's the only way to really pump
This
up
is a
the
family
jam.
show. This is a family show. That is the grossest thing anyone's ever mentioned in our presence. Okay, sorry.
You did it.
Yeah, woohoo!
Another award for me.
That's right. Another list of accomplishments. Sorry, there's a question in there that you were trying to answer, Zane.
Jams.
how would you define improv?
How do I define improv? Great. So improv is, so I hate using this as a reference point, but whose line is it anyway? Is the main thing that people know.
British show, by the way.
Yes, it is. So what happens is you will get a suggestion from the audience, and you have performers up on there making up an entire scene. So whether it's a forward reverse scene where you go forward and then like a remote control you go in reverse, or an English gibberish scene where you go speaking in English to a made up language called gibberish, jabba dabba dabba doo. You just go back and forth I should have never done that.
Well, now we're gonna have to get the rights to Yabba Dabba Doo.
You do.
Scooby's gonna sue us again.
It's made up comedy.
Oh yeah, it was.
Fred Flintstone's gonna sue us again.
But you were saying made up.
Yes, it is comedy made up on the spot.
Yeah.
So everything that you see has never been done before. It will most likely never be done again. And if it is, they're faking it. And yeah, that is improv. I'm sure Ashley can add some more color onto that.
Yeah, I would say that improv is it's a place to play the way you used to when you were a kid on the playground and you made up games with your friends and you had personas and maybe someone was a princess and someone was a dragon and you played make-believe. But when you transition to adulthood, like the idea of being able to play in that way, it kind of disappears when you add responsibilities of family, work, paying bills, things like that. So it's a place to play and it's a place to create and it's a place, I think, to let loose from, I think, some of the constraints of adulthood and literally be playful, go with whatever comes to your brain, interact with other people's ideas, and it's almost like mental pottery. Like you're creating something as a team, but then the minute that the wheel stops, like it all disappears. But then you create something new. You add more clay and you make a new pot. So that's kind of how I think of improv.
I love that answer. And so, full disclosure, I've been going to classes on Wednesday night and I'm loving it.
Yes.
But for me, that's been a big part of the fun of it. It's not the games, which are great. It's not the people, which are great. It's that I can be who I was that somehow got lost along the way as life piled on the responsibility. So I love that. Thank you. So actually, just to kind of transition, one of the things I'm learning as well is that there is this whole underground improv community around Central Florida. And I was kind of blown away by the size and the scope of it. Tell us a little bit about the impact and the influence of improv in our city.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of, I think what we refer to them as indie groups or independent groups of people who enjoy improv, and then they get people together who they bond with or have chemistry with when it comes to improv. And then there are plenty of venues across Central Florida where you can go see live improv. And I love it because a lot of people hear improv and they think of SAC, and SAC is definitely the heartbeat of improv in Orlando, right? But there are so many other outlets for people to experience improv outside of SAC, and there are different flavors of groups, different types of show formats. For example, the Corner Gallery is a musical improv troupe, so we add made-up songs into the show format. I'm actually the music director for the Corner Gallery, so in certain scenes I'll jump on the piano, I'll start playing something, and the players have to make up a song on the spot based from an audience suggestion. So that's something that unique you might see in our show that you may not see in other shows, and there are tons of groups that all have their own flavor of improv and the way that they enjoy it, and that's what they want to share with the audience.
So follow-up question, if SAC is the heart of improv, what body part is the Corner Gallery?
We are the calf.
The calf.
We are the calf muscles.
Okay.
Could you imagine trying to walk without a calf muscle?
That's
you couldn't.
Right. That's right.
A heart can beat, but it can't go anywhere. You need feet. You need a calf muscle to go.
You've got a doctorate degree as well.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
talented lady.
True.
Talented lady.
Add it to the scroll.
Yeah, and I would say that my troupe, the Mallrats, are probably like the left knee cap, maybe. Yeah, so still important, but maybe maybe there's some people who could do without it. So we'll cut that out. Edit it in post.
You cut the knee out?
Yeah, out of curiosity, who do you know that's walking around without a kneecap?
He can't discuss that in his Lisa.
HIPAA. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah.
HIPAA laws,
So when you're looking to form these new improv groups, what was attractive to you about meeting in Casselberry?
So it's interesting. So we formed before Casselberry.
Okay.
So we've been going around doing shows in Central Florida for pushing 6 years now. We've been going around, and we were ready to grow to the next step. And the city of Casselberry has been very gracious with us and said, hey, you can do shows here, you can teach classes here. And we went, heck yeah, we're gonna do that. So what helped about Casselberry is the location is amazing. Right on the corner of 436 and 1792. You can't top that. You know, for people coming, it's so much easier than driving downtown or out to Daytona. You come from Oviedo, you just drive on up, Redbug, Mitchell Hammock, head on over. So the location is key. The residents here have been so warm and welcome to us being in this space. It has been a true delight, the heartwarming nature that everyone has brought to us, and warm welcome here.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Casselberry having the art house and the sculpture house, they're already open to the arts.
Yeah.
And improv is just another one of those arts that people can enjoy.
It mixes perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that the city has this focus on arts, and I'm sure that there's going to be even more in the future, not just improv and just the art house, but many, many other things. So,
It should be the hub.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Should be the kneecap of Central Florida.
Exactly. All right. Question for you both. What is your favorite improv game?
Oh, I hate picking favorites of anything. It's really hard for me to pick just one. I want to pick them all, you know, or most of them.
What's your second favorite improv game then?
Okay, so a game that I really enjoy is called Lines from the Floor. So in that game, the players of the game will leave, and then the audience will supply lines from their favorite movies, favorite TV shows, your favorite quote from your grandma, any sort of line of dialogue, and they'll be written down on little slips of paper and tossed all around the floor. And then the players will come back in and start a scene. And at any random point in the scene, they'll pick up that piece of paper from the floor and read it, having no idea what they're about to say, and then they immediately have to justify that into the scene. The audience loves it when they get to hear their lines read, and it makes for a really interesting scene because, you know, you might be doing the dishes and you pick up a piece of paper that says, "I'll have a number 2, please." And you got to read that and then figure out, well, how do I make this work in the scene? You know, so I think that's a really fun game that we do.
So this is not an invitation to play a backtrack. However, my favorite scene is called a gifted scene. And why is it called a gifted scene, you may ask? Because
Why
it's
is it called a gifted?
all wrapped.
RAPPED, no W.
Yeah, like hip hop rap, like
Yeah,
rap
yeah.
music.
I saw your faces. You were all wondering.
Thank you for
I still
that
am.
I've seen it. I love it. I love
So
it.
the entire scene is wrapped.
You need to deliver the rest of your answer here in rap verse. Please.
In wrapped verse, okay.
Zane.
I'm gonna deliver the rest of my lines in rap, yeah, I got the time. Carlos is doing a beatbox now, oh my gosh, never met a cow. That doesn't make sense, I don't even know. Come on everybody, time to go. We're gonna keep podcasting What's Happened Casselberry. Everybody get kinda merry.
All right. Oh,
That was
very
awesome.
merry. Very good. All right. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was fun to watch.
Thank you, and I did invite no backtrack, Carlos.
Oh, sorry.
See that line right there? I'm not sure what happened there, but it was fun to watch. That's what people say about it.
That's a good way to describe
Exactly
improv.
what people say.
So I know a lot of improv involves kind of physical humor and situational humor, that kind of stuff, but there's also a lot of verbal humor. As a verbal podcast, is there a game that you could teach us right now that our listeners would understand?
Yes. Do run.
Ooh, yeah, we could do one.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about singing and a little bit of rhyming?
When I was announced at the awards show, they didn't mention my singing, so I don't know if that says anything. But
Did they mention your rhyming?
yes, they did, but they paid me £5 to say it.
We can try it out. So it's super simple. So we're gonna pick a name, a one-syllable name, and you're gonna sing a line of dialogue that is essentially going to rhyme with that name. Okay. So for example, I would start the song by saying, "Met him on a Tuesday and his name was Tim. The do run, the do run. And then Zane will go,
He was really scrawny, he never went to the gym. A
Do run, a do run.
a do.
He was a drummer in the band and he loved to hit the rim.
yes, do run, a do run.
He was really small and they called him Little Slim.
Yeah!
Run.
He was very thin.
A do
Run.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
This is great.
So yeah, That's what you do is you go around and you rhyme with the name until someone technically, you do it on stage, and there's a third beat that goes, a doobadoo,
yeah.
a doobadoo, yeah. And his name was Kim, a doobadoo, yeah. And he was Prim, a doobadoo, yeah. Oh, that milk was skim, a do run, a do run. And then what you'll do is if someone stutters or messes up, the whole audience yells at you as loud as they can. So there's really a fun level of misery added to it.
I love it.
You guys killed it, by the way. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so while improv is fun, that was pretty fun, it also teaches some incredible life skills. How has your real life been impacted by improv?
This is a deep question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I'll pull the wife card again. I met my wife doing improv downtown at SAC. So that is obviously the first way. But number two, it's as people, we always like to, and I am generalizing as people, but for me, I tend to overthink things when I go into a circumstances, right? So you're going in to speak to a group of people. Oh my gosh, what am I going to say? What's going to happen next? You get the sweaty armpits, get all nervous. I've learned to not do that. I just kind of walk in somewhere, and I have a general time frame. Is that the word? Framework of what I'm going to say, and I just go and talk. And I don't have to, so when we pre-construct things, we're very critical of ourselves. We're like, oh, that won't land well. Well, you don't have the opportunity to do that when you just go up and just start talking. And you figure out, okay, my instincts and who I am is enough.
I love that.
Yeah, it's powerful.
I love that. It's very liberating.
It is.
Yeah. It doesn't work for me on Sunday morning when I'm preaching, but I'd love to get there. It's good.
It's great. I love it. And I used to have just talking to strangers, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, does that stranger want to talk to me? Whatever. Now it's, hey, what's up? How you doing, stranger Jim? And we go from there.
The do run. The do
Run, Jim.
Yeah, I would say two things in terms of life lessons from improv. The first one is the first rule they teach you when you're learning improv is called yes and. And it's basically to not negate what's already been put out there. So if I walk in and I look at Zane and I say, oh my goodness, Gary, what is that large parrot on your shoulder? And if Zane goes, what do you mean? There's no parrot on my shoulder. You've negated, I've made an offer. I created a parrot on your shoulder. And the first rule of improv is to say yes, acknowledge it, accept it, and then build upon it. And I think, again, talking about adulthood, a lot of times we get into a rut of no. No, I don't want to try that new food. No, I don't want to meet this new person. No, I don't want to go to that meeting. So I feel like improv sort of forces you to think about, what if I change the no into a yes and you can take that to other parts of your life. And then the other life lesson that I have gotten from improv is, you know, the idea of confidence. So the audience will kind of accept a lot of what you say if you say it with confidence. So there's a game, for example, called Categories, where you have to, you might get a category like cheeses, and you'll have your teammates, you'll all be in a line, and you each have to go one by one and yell out a name of cheese. Well, if you don't have anything, but you yell Rumfrica cheese, and you say it with confidence, people might actually be like, ooh, I've never heard of that. What is that? They won't even question that you are completely making this up.
Yep.
And so I think that's another thing, not that improv makes you like a pathological liar, but
You're really selling this.
it does inspire you to say things with confidence instead of saying things, you know, with timidity.
Timidity?
Yes, timidity. Yeah, so that's what I would say.
That was beautiful. I actually got chills when you were talking about yes and, because I think we are all guilty of getting stuck in a rut. So yeah, that was great.
No, we don't.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, just kidding. Yes, and.
It in some ways it like reprograms your brain.
Yes.
You know, you are always it reprograms your brain. I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It expands your paradigm.
It does.
Yes.
And it changes the way that you might think about things or react to a situation. Because, you know, a lot of people say acting is reacting, and that's what you're also doing in improv. But I feel like it can change the way that you might react to a new experience, or even like an irritating thing, like, oh, I got a flat tire, now I have to deal with this. you can be mad about the tire, or yes, I got a flat tire, and now I'm gonna call a tow truck, and just take care of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. And.
Yes, and.
Well, we appreciate your time so much, Zane and Ashley. We love that you came here, hung out with us today, gave our listeners kind of a taste of what improv is. We're down to our last question. I'm so sorry to say. But that question is, how can people further connect with you, find out more about what, where, and when you are hosting and performing improv?
Yeah. So the first thing, the third Fridays of every month at the Casselberry Rec Center, we have a show.
All right.
Come on out, 7 o'clock, $10. However, if we hear that you were listening to this podcast, you can get in for free.
Ooh. That's going to add an extra 2 people to your audience.
I know, I'm excited. You get in for free, so we have that. The first and third Wednesdays from 6:30 to 9, we have classes. And our classes are for everyone. So whether you have 20 years of improv experience or 0, we want you to come on in, and it is a learning environment that makes it so everyone grows with each other. Second Wednesday, we have jams, which, circling back, jams are essentially where everyone gets together and does a fun improv get-together. Kind of like a musical jam, but with improv. So we use our minds instead of instruments. And then I think that is, you can like us on Facebook. You can like us on
tell us about
Instagram.
your socials.
Yeah. We're on Facebook, The Corner Gallery. We're on Instagram, The Corner Gallery Improv, and we've got a website, thecorner.gallery. So believe it or not, we are an actual business. So we incorporated as a business so we could do what we need to do.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
I love it. Thank you both for being here today. It has been a pleasure. But beyond that, thank you for the contribution that you are making to our community. I think that was one of the most fun episodes that we've ever had. Thank you, Zane and Ashley, for sharing your humor and your wisdom with us. As we close, allow me to share an inspirational moment. This comes from Oscar Wilde, who I'm sure himself did some improv over the years. He said this: "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist." What I love about this quote is that Mr. Wilde is saying that there are 2 kinds of lives that we can live. One is just to exist in the ordinary. The other is to thrive in the extraordinary. And so often in the weight, the routine, the rhythm of life, we just do all we can to survive, when really we're meant to thrive. And so listen today, I would encourage you, don't just exist, choose to live. Again, a quote from Oscar Wilde: "To live is the rarest thing in the world because most people just exist." Let's not be people who exist, but let's people who live life to its fullest.
Thank you, Andy. And thank you, listener, for listening to another episode of the What's Up Casselberry podcast. This podcast is hosted by Andy Searles, Alia Ray, and Carlos Pereiro, and produced by Robin Kepi. For more information, visit us at whatsupcasselberry.com, follow us on social media, and until next time, have a great week.